Game, and I think we're live now. I have to hit go live twice now, so I'm never quite sure when it actually starts. So I think you guys can all see me now, and hopefully you can hear me, and there are no issues or anything like that. Today we have David on the show, so David's finally on our show. We've been wanting to get him on for a long time, and we already have a full house. So I was telling David, we were just talking right now before getting started. And I was telling him, "Hey, man, you got a big audience, a bigger audience than me. I'm jealous." But anyhow, let me go ahead and bring him on without further ado here. So here we go. Where's my little button? Okay, there we go. What's going on, David? How you doing, brother? Everything good?
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Thanks
All
for
right.
having me on, Tech.
Okay, so you guys let us know if you can hear everything, if there's any issues or anything like that. I'm sure Dolly might be sending me a text pretty soon. But just let me know everything is okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get started now. So, David, we've been wanting to get you on the show for the longest, and I've been wanting to get you on the show for the longest, mainly because you are an American Express fan, and I'm not. Trust me, I want to get American Express cards. I don't have the knowledge that some people do, so that's the main reason I wanted to get you on. Plus, you've been a supporter since day one, which I really appreciate. You've always been in there doing the dirty work, helping me out with as a moderator and all that good stuff. So I really really appreciate it. But let's talk a little bit about how you got started with points. How did that all transpire?
So the way I got started with points was actually through my family, actually. So I'm a young guy. I'm only 22. So with that, my father, he has his own business. He did, and he lives away from me. So luckily, his manufacturer that he buys his equipment from, he sells, told him one day that they would start accepting credit cards. So he started researching. It's probably about 2005, 2006. So from there, he started getting into that. I believe he got a United card, and then later Alaska card, and then now he has every Delta card there is, personal and business. So with that, he just puts all his there. So he taught me the good habits with that, making sure you're paying your bill on time,
Mm-hmm.
low utilization, all that sort. And then from there, just a month after I turned 18, got my first card, and then now I'm hooked. So
Okay, so you said your dad had credit cards when you were younger. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying? And so he
yeah.
pretty much kind of showed you the way, just lead by example, right? He was using the cards, paying them off every month, and using them for business purposes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that exactly.
And so, what was the first card that you got?
I got the. I'll even bring it out. I got my whole
Okay.
stack right here.
Okay. Make
But
sure you cover the. Oh, you deck. Is that a
um,
deck of cards? What is that?
yeah, but the first card I got was the Bank of America Cash Rewards
Okay.
card. So just a standard, no annual fee, cash back card. So I had a relationship with Bank of America ever since I was like 6 months old. My parents would put like $5 a month in there for me,
Okay.
and then so the time I was 18, I was getting direct deposit with that, and had a good relationship with them. So that's what I started recommending my friends. The bank that you dealt with, played with them. I didn't have a problem getting that, no unsecured or anything like that.
Okay.
And then from them there, started adding a couple more of their cards, and then eventually I took a step forward and started getting on the points game.
Okay. Were you ever, because when I was younger, and I didn't get a credit card until I was in college. So when I was younger, I feared credit cards. That was like something that I didn't even think about back then. Obviously, with your dad, it was a little bit different. But did you ever go through a point where you were kind of like, "What am I doing? Like I'm 18 years old getting credit cards," or was it kind of the opposite where you were looking forward to getting cards?
No, never really like that. It just from day one, I was definitely scared, and you hear all the horror stories, and probably for the first 6 months, I was afraid to use it in some ways, but maybe a couple purchases a month or tank of gas or something like that. Um, but it took about probably 2 or 3 years ago until every purchase on a credit card,
Okay.
and then
Okay. And so you said you started getting into points. What point cards did you get, or like
So the
what?
first card I got was a everyday card from American
Okay.
Express.
Okay.
So with that, so with that I was 19 at the time,
Uh huh.
and so didn't have any problem getting that, unfortunately. And then I used it only once though. The first time I went to Popeyes, used it the first day I got it,
Uh huh.
and so been on that Popeyes grind with the Cajun Sparkle before, way before um, the the big sandwich and all the hype. But
Uh huh.
and then that I kind of got nervous and didn't really understand the points and the currencies. And then about 3 or 4 months after that, started reading the Points Guy and learning about how the transfer partners can help with you in that. And then started using that steadily ever since then, and kind of put the cash back cards away for good. Haven't looked
Okay.
back.
Okay. When did you get the platinum?
Probably about 15 months ago or so, a little
Oh,
over a
15 months
year.
ago. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's talk, and we're gonna have some. First thing, guys, please hit that like button. So if you guys are in here, please hit the like button. We're gonna do some shout outs right now. So if you guys want, please, not if you want, please just hit thumbs up. Give me some type of indicator there that we can give you a shout out here. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about. We'll talk to David a little bit about his business and or how he travels a lot and earns points and stuff like that. So go ahead and let us know that you guys are in the building. That way we can do some shout outs real quick, and then we'll continue on with this conversation with David here. All right, so we have Flashpoint in the building. What's going on? Dolly, how you doing? Mystic, what's going on? Janelle, how you doing? Let's see. And then if you guys have questions also, if you have questions, just put at TEC or at David or at Amex King. Is it Amex or Amex? Amex, right? I think it's Amex.
Yeah.
Braveheart, what's going on? Yeah, I'm asking the expert, so it's Amex, right? Nate and Jess, what's going on? Brian, how you doing? And Jessica, nice to see you. And of course, David's in the building. Wayne, how you doing? And who else do we have in the building? Bruce, what's going on, Bruce? Nika, how you doing, Nika? Corey, what's going on, Corey? Nice to see you. Hibisha, what's going on? Chris, how you doing? And HD chillin', what's up, buddy? Wayne, how you doing? Tech Noir, I can't say that, man. Oh, you're gonna have to show me how to say your name. And then we already said what's up to Hibisha. Okay, so please hit that like button, guys. Please hit the like button so we can bring some more people in. Thirsty Lion, what's going on? Good to see you. So the more likes that the video gets, the more that they'll promote it out to other people, so everyone can get in here. Sean, how you doing? Matthew, what's going on? Altered Illusions, how you doing? All right, so we got a packed house today, and I appreciate all you guys stopping by. Sean, what's going on? Nice to see you. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys stopping by to hear David give the reason why he thinks American Express is number one. So we're gonna hear it all today. Like I said, if you guys have questions, just put at TC or at David, and we'll go over those questions, and we'll make sure we answer those questions for you. And I think we can go ahead and continue. So you're in a WhatsApp group. Let's see. Heron, what's going on? So David, you're in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah.
And
Day
one thing
one.
that I noticed being in the WhatsApp group is that you're always traveling. Like you're always somewhere. You're in a different hotel like every other night or what have you. So how did that come about, and tell us about that experience, because I've never like I have a job. I've only traveled for business maybe, I mean, as far as my 9 to 5 job, twice. Went to a couple of conventions. That was it. But other than that, I haven't traveled. And on those 2 occasions, I was actually the last time that I traveled wasn't even far. It was down to San Diego, which is about an hour and a half from me. But I stayed in a hotel and all that. But I was ready to come home after we were there 4 days. I was ready to come home. So I don't know how you do it, but why don't you explain to us a little bit about your travels?
So I've only ever worked for one company. Kind of worked my way from there. So in 16, got a job in the shipping department, just in a small business. I grew up outside the Seattle, Washington area.
Mm-hmm.
From there, and then eventually just got to do that. And then one day they had somebody where they were expanding, and they asked if anybody wanted to volunteer to drop everything they knew and move to Arizona. So for some reason, I volunteered for that,
Wow.
and so from there, that was about 2 years ago. And then now I just have a job. I sell technical equipment, so I go out, show various people, mainly municipalities, companies, such like that, and then I give trainings and all that. So I'm on the road all the time, showing people. It's the kind of thing that you have to demonstrate on their system to
Okay.
make sure it works with them, and then just a whole bunch of road, bunch of driving, bunch of flying. So pretty much on the western half of the United States most of the time, but
Wow.
well, it
So
just
what
depends.
you say you're driving a lot. So are you renting cars or how are you doing that?
Um, I just have my truck mainly is
Oh,
what I
okay.
use, so I'm spending a lot on gas. But I do rent cars periodically. I probably have about 50 days or so this year.
Okay.
National Car Rental, that's my go-to. Make sure you go to
Okay.
that, get that Emerald Isle. But
Uh-huh.
mainly just my pickup.
Okay. And so you stayed how many times in hotels? 150 this year? Did you say something like that?
Yeah, it's about 135 Marriott and about 20 or so non-Marriott so far this year. And then a couple
Okay.
weeks ago, or about a week and a half ago, I just hit Ambassador officially and everything loaded and
Cool, cool.
with Marriott. So
Congratulations on that.
thank you. So I'm looking
And
forward to see what that one.
share with us, Ambassador. What perks do you get with the ambassador status?
So it's pretty similar to titanium. So you get a 75% point bonus. So if you're not using any kind of Marriott credit card, you'd earn 17.5 points per dollar on anything, the room rate, food,
Okay.
valet, any kind of parking, anything like that.
Hmm.
And then from there, you get United Silver status. And
Okay.
so that's going to be pretty handy when I need to use United. I mainly fly Delta currently. And then you get the ambassador himself. So I have a personal representative. They work from 8 a.m. Pacific to 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and then I just have their direct number. I haven't had to call them yet, fortunately.
Yeah.
And so I can call them, and if I have any problems at the hotel or anything like that, and then if it's off hours, then I can call just a direct helpline. And then they have what's called Your 24, I believe it's called. So you can say you have a late night flight, you get in about 10, 11 p.m. So you can actually change your check-in from 3 or 4 to 11 p.m. And then you can check out the following night at
Oh
11 p.m.
wow. Wow.
And
That's
then
cool.
when you get to Ambassador, you get, but on the way, you've had two choice benefits. So the first one, there's a couple of choices. You can get some money to spend at the Marriott store. The
Uh-huh.
most common one is 5 suite night upgrades. So I've used that periodically
Okay.
throughout the year. And then when you got to Titanium, you got to pick another one, and then I picked a free night certificate for up to 40,000 points.
Wow. Okay. And so why why Marriott? Is there a reason or
I, I started with Hilton initially,
uh-huh.
and then about the first 6 months into that is when I learned of the Aspire card, and that, in a way, kind of pissed me off to where I knew people could just walk in there, pay their $450, and have a
Yeah.
good credit score and have the same exact thing I had. So I was going to finish it out to the end of the year, just because I was already at the Diamond, and then towards the end of the year, I got the card itself, and then just looking at the Hyatt. I really enjoyed what they had, but there's just not very many hotels, especially in the areas I
Yeah.
stay in. The top one looks pretty nice just from a benefit standpoint, and then so just Marriott being the biggest chain pretty much everywhere, and then I never thought I'd get to the Ambassador, but fortunate enough I was able to. So um,
Yeah. That's
pretty lucky.
cool. Okay, so you stated what 135 Marriotts. Which one is
Yeah.
your favorite?
Um, let's see. Probably first thing that comes to mind, or maybe favorite. Last two or ones I keep staying a couple. This past weekend, I went to the Rams versus Saints game. So I
Uh-huh.
stayed in downtown LA at a friend of mine I hadn't seen
Oh,
in
okay.
4 or 5 years. We stayed at the JW Marriott, right
Okay,
across
yeah.
from
I know where that
the
is.
Staples
Yeah.
Center. So that was a pretty nice experience. A great lounge, a couple restaurants, had an excellent experience.
Mhm.
And then number one, probably the Ritz Carlton, Marina Del Rey. I go to LA
Oh,
pretty
okay.
frequently, so that was kind of a weekend trip. Stayed there, but from there, and then I drive through Vegas a lot on the way home. I live in Arizona, so I've been staying at the Cosmopolitan pretty often. Been
Okay.
having
Yeah, I
some
just
good
saw
luck
you just
there.
posted a picture from Cosmopolitan. So Cosmopolitan, that's Marriott?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They supposedly got bought out about a couple years ago. That's what
Oh,
I read.
okay. Wow, I had no idea. Cool, cool. So, how is life on the road though? Like, are you like how do you do that? I know you're young, but like how can you just be on the move all the time? I would want to be at home. I don't know. I guess I'm that kind of a person.
I don't know. I just get a kind of a thrill out of it, and I know the more nights I'm on the road, the more points I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
And so it's not a problem. And like you're saying, I'm young. I don't have a family. Don't have a kid at home, so it's a new adventure every day. It's not. I'm not commuting to the same place in the same office with the same boring people, and out meeting new people every day, and getting to stay at a new hotel and try a new restaurant. And,
Hmm.
just it's kind of see a little bit of the whole country.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of fun.
That makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, it would be it would be crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little older and
Yeah, I think
I
I saw a Flashpoint just reference the Up in the Air movie, George Clooney.
yeah, yeah,
I don't want to say that gave inspiration, but in a minimalistic standpoint, that movie has a rough turn at the end in
yeah.
his personal life. But from the fact of just not having that much stuff, and I kind of get a thrill out of that. So that's actually what I'm going to start doing for next year. Is I'm in the process of renting my house out here in Arizona. Going to put all
Uh-huh.
my stuff in a storage unit, and then just basically live out of my truck and out of Marriott. So
Oh, really?
I'll be
Oh, that'd be
documenting
nice.
that. So sometime this week, I'm going to put out my first video. So if you want to subscribe to me,
Wait, so wait. Say that again. So you're gonna be living out of your truck? How are you gonna do
yeah,
that?
I don't know yet. So we'll
Is
take it
it
one.
because of this girl? What's her name? The YouTuber that's famous now for living out of her
No,
van. Yeah, I gotta fix
no,
our screen here. I don't know why you creeped up on us. Let's
not
move you
all
back
small.
down here.
But no, that I haven't read into that. Just read a headline, but no, it won't be like I'm camping out of the truck or anything. But just fitting there, fit a couple of the weeks worth of clothes, and plan is to stay at the normal properties I stay at. Pretty much my number one go to is Courtyard or Spring Hill,
Uh huh.
and then sometimes on plan on the weekend staying at like a Residence Inn or Town Place Suites or even an Element by Westin, some of their longer term properties. So
Uh
they'll have
huh.
laundry on site. You won't have to go to laundry mat and
So
just
what
see
what
it.
brought this on? I mean, what was your what do you? How did you get to this point where you're thinking, hey, you know what, this would be fun to do?
I don't know. It just came to me one day. I'm having so much fun on the road and
Yeah,
enjoying it. It is nice to be home once in a while, but it's just something that's so much fun. I'd like to continue on with it.
yeah.
And
And so you said you're going to document this. It's going to be on your channel.
yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
what I
Do you have a
plan
name
on
for the
doing.
channel for the adventure
I
yet?
No, I don't know yet. I'm just keeping it Amex King for now, but I'm sure I'll have to change it. But
Yeah, we're all going to be interested. I mean, you got 56 people in the room right now that are interested in you. So I definitely think if you get that channel going and show document your travels, people would be all over that. And I follow this guy Nomadic Fanatic, and I've been watching his videos for a couple of years, probably 3-4 years now. And he does it in a motorhome though. And there are a few guys that are doing this, a few people that are doing the motorhome thing. But all he does, he pretty much chases. What does he say? He chases 70 degrees. So he's trying to find areas where the weather's nice, and that's all he does. And he just documents his journey. So he'll go to all these different little uh, locations and just pretty much documents that.
Yeah,
Uh,
so from what I found, anybody in the room, please comment down below if it's different, but I haven't found anyone that's really just going from hotel to hotel every day,
mm,
planning on just one night stays like I've been doing with Marriott. You get a pretty big incentive to check in and check out either with titanium or platinum all the way up to ambassador. You get either 500 or 1,000 points just to check in, and so you're pretty much encouraged to move across town every night, and I've probably gained 60,000 points this year just doing that. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody where they're just going from hotel to hotel. I read of a couple people where they go from like long term to long term kind of construction or
yeah.
reviewing, but I think it'd be kind of interesting. Hopefully, people would like to see that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. It definitely does. Now, let's talk about your points. So, you have a lot of points that you've been saving up. Any
Mhm.
big plans on a trip? I know you just came back from Spain. Any plans on going anywhere else?
Um, Not at this moment. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of been a points bum up to this point. Just been stealing from others, mainly my family, aunts and uncles and such. But yeah, anybody comment down below what I should do. I have about 500,000 American Express, about 115 Delta, about 700 Marriott, and about 300 Hilton thousand. So
You're
I'm
a points millionaire already.
yeah, unfortunately. So it's probably not the best long-term strategy. You read all the time about all the devaluations and reward charts getting taken away. But
Yeah,
I'm just so busy doing what I'm doing that sometimes it's kind of hard to just use them. The only
yeah,
thing I have been using them for, it's probably the worst way to use them, is just buying dumb stuff. Mainly my evil UR
yeah.
points and my thank you points.
Show us your phone, man. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is what I'm going to be documenting. He wanted to see. So I just got the 11 Pro yesterday, and with that, I used some of my Best Buy rewards and got a DJI Osmo 3 mobile, the gimbal. So you use those two in a
Wait, which one's
combination.
the Osmo 3? That's the
Uh,
regular. That's the regular Osmo though, right? Not the Pocket. So it's the larger one.
yeah, it's just the gimbal itself,
Did that
and you
just
put
come out, or has that been out for a while?
yeah, yeah. I think it just came out like about a month ago.
Okay.
So yeah, and so I've been playing around with that, been pretty cool. So I got the new phone. I'm a big Apple fanboy, so I had to make sure first day on the Apple Card. So I want you all to read that because the whole Chase line is
Uh,
overrated and
uh,
honestly kind of
got that
disgusting. But
titanium. You got to be careful with that titanium card, though, man. It's
yeah,
fragile.
it's pretty loud. Um, yeah, a couple or like a week or two ago, I was talking with Michael S. I think I sent it to Michael, but I know I sent it to Flashpoint and a couple of my own friends, and I was messing around with the Apple support with their new Apple Card. You can just text them. You don't have to call them for any kind of help. And so I texted them. I asked them what's the way to make the card sound the loudest so I can pick up women at the bar. So that might be my
uh,
first video. Kind of got a funny response out of the guy, so that was kind of interesting, and I sharpied it. So, and then I do keep my trusty old
there you
Chase National
go.
Reserve in
Keep
the.
that up. Wait, what was that again?
So even though I don't really use it,
Yeah.
I starting to have a policy in the states where if it's not an absolute necessity, and they only take Visa and I can't go anywhere else, that I will walk out and go somewhere else if they don't take American Express. So I have to make
Mm.
sure I'm getting my
Yeah, you
four
gotta have the visa
four
just in
points per
case.
dollar.
Yeah.
Um, with the
All right,
making sure.
guys. If you guys have questions for David, go ahead and put it in the chat. What were you showing there, dude?
I was showing my rose gold. It's probably
Oh,
my
the
number
rose
one
gold. Yeah, yeah,
go-to. So on the road, I'm eating out every day, so I get
yeah.
big, pretty
So
big spending on.
I want to talk more about your channel because I didn't have any. I didn't know you were going to say that as far as your traveling. So your plan is to drive to different hotels in like 365 days. Is that the plan or?
I don't, it won't be exactly 365, but just I go home and see my family every once in a
Yeah,
while,
yeah,
stay with them. But I'm considerably over 300 nights from my rough estimate I've been making in the past week about how many nights it would be, and from renting on my house and all that, and writing off the hotels. I'm currently doing it, kind of think it's going to be a net positive, even on a money equation before the points. So,
yeah, yeah. Cool, man. That's exciting. I'm excited for this channel, and you're always welcome to post all your links, your videos on the WhatsApp group, and we'll promote it out too once you start getting going. Anytime you come on, I'll make sure to give you a shout out.
well, thank you.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
very
that
much appreciate it. I
yeah,
appreciate all the people I've talked in here from Brian and let me see what I can Braveheart and Dolly and Nate and Jess and Michael and Flashpoint and everybody else I'm missing, and just everybody I see in the WhatsApp group. It's learned a lot of information on the Facebook group as well, and just been a really nice sense of community in a lot of ways. I know on the road and a lot of lonely hotel nights that this live stream brings a lot of joy to me. So glad to be on and thank you for the opportunity.
cool, man. All right, so Mystic has a question. He wants to know what your favorite Amex cards are. I don't have Amex cards, Mystic, so I'll leave this to David.
So my favorite has got to be the platinum for sure.
Okay.
Number one go to. So my um, that's probably for every general spend. I do use the platinum, even though it's one X on everything. I
Mhm.
even kind of getting 2% back in a way with MR points being worth 2 cents per 2 cents a piece. Go to, so I'd say that's my number one. The lounge access, I exclusively fly Delta, so getting the lounge with that as well.
Mhm.
And then from there, I'd say the rose gold card. That's my other heavy hitter with hotels, especially or with restaurants, especially I should say. And then the third would be my Bonvoy Brilliant card.
Okay.
And I don't know if Amex is directly talking with Marriott in some ways. They must be, but the day I turned ambassador or it became official, Amex emailed me and they over tripled my limit on my Bonvoy Brilliant card.
Oh
So
wow.
that's nice. So I don't have to pay that off so frequently.
Cool,
And
cool.
then got a lot of joy out of that. So
All right. So did you give three, or did I ask for two? I think they were asking for three. I think I asked you for two. If you had
that
one
was
more, it'd probably be
I
the
said
rose gold, huh?
yeah, I said platinum, rose gold, and
And
Bonvoy
Bonvoy. So
brilliant.
you did
Yeah,
say
so I
three.
have seven Amex cards as well. So if we'll add another one, it'll probably just be the um,
Okay.
business platinum from there. So
Cool.
make get that. We work I've been using somewhat frequently um, on the road. Normally just do it in my hotel, but if I need to do any work or get any Wi-Fi, and then any 1.5x over 5,000's been pretty nice when that's needed to be used.
Okay. Justin has a question for you. He says thoughts on fifth Amex credit card slot. I'm working at being under 524, so no personals. I have Delta Biz, Platinum, Bonvoy Biz, BBP. What is that? Is that the blue card?
Blue Blue Business Plus BVP.
And then the Aspire card.
He's asking
He's
what he
asking,
should get.
yeah, what other card should he get? His fifth
If
card.
he flies Delta, first thing that comes to mind, if he flies Delta, he should get the reserve card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good card. He has the business platinum there. So if you do fly Delta, Justin, it does have the MQM bonuses you can get if you hit a certain threshold. I can't remember what that is, but if you get the reserve card and even the business or the personal side, you can get another threshold or another boost that's even higher than on the platinum card. Make sure it'll bump you up to that next status. And
Cool.
that's personally what I would pick if he has the BBP.
So
Yeah,
I haven't flown Delta in years. And I've only flown once. This is probably like 12 years ago or something. So you have the reserve card right now,
yes,
and with your stat, like, do you have status with Delta already, or
yeah. I have platinum on
okay?
Delta.
And so do they generally bump you up, or what's been your
Yeah, yeah.
experience?
So I only book economy, and I would say this year only one time I have not been at least set up to they call it Comfort Plus, Economy Plus
Uh-huh.
on Delta, and then probably 25% of the time they bump me up into first class, which is pretty nice.
Okay.
But from there, but when you do have the reserve card as well, another not as commonly known perk is that if you have the same status as somebody, so say there's somebody next to me and that we both have platinum, we both played the same fare class, the person with the reserve card is going to get bumped up over the other person. So it's kind of
Okay. So you get
the last
priority.
tiebreaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool, cool. All right, we got Poophead in the building. What's going on, Poophead? How would you transition from Chase system to Amex? Um, as far as how to transition, there's really what. Let's put it this way, David. I'm going to ask you this question: what card would you recommend getting first when it comes to American Express?
I'd say the easiest, especially for you, you're traveling on 4 or 5 times a year, would probably just be the gold card.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would debate that between the gold and the blue business plus because you're not afraid to get business cards. I'd say the gold just very easy to use with the 4x on restaurants, 4x on grocery. Everybody uses both of those categories. But then from there, if you're not looking for that, since you already have the 3x on restaurants with your Chase Sapphire Reserve, I go with the Blue Business Plus. Justin was talking about, so it's a zero annual fee card, and you get 2x on everything up to the first 50,000. So it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Okay.
easy to use card on that. No
Yeah.
no dining credit, no airline credit. Everybody likes to complain about. Um, so
Okay. So what are your thoughts when it comes to the credits? How do you feel about it? Are you redeeming credits, or do you generally just?
yeah, so
Uh,
I was able to wrap all my credits, and I put them all in Delta gift cards.
mm-hmm.
I've been using them for my own personal since I maxed it all out for this year before the stopover, but I don't see I'll have any problem going forward with
Yeah.
just check bags and what it's intended for. I haven't tried yet. I will try next year if it's still a thing. That one that the gentleman on Flashpoints channel said about the JetBlue.
Oh, doing it at the kiosk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but even if
Cool.
I do check bags, I'd get reimbursed from my employer plus the credit. So I'd be ahead on that. So I'm not really concerned about that. But I can see how people do have an issue, especially when you have the gift cards there. But I kind of seen people get uptight somewhat, where I don't know how people didn't see that was going to come to an end someday.
Yeah.
There was only so long that you could cheat the system, and
Yeah. You shouldn't get a card thinking, oh, there's a loophole. I can use the loophole. You got to realize, yeah, that loophole might close. So got to have a plan B if that's the case. So okay, we got a question from Matthew here. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on the rumored green card benefits?
So I'm pretty much a big fan of that. I think it's pretty cool with the just the whole recycled card.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they should have kept that iconic white border around the green card, but keeping it looking like the gold and the platinum, where it's just that new iconic design with the recycled plastic. I think that's pretty cool. But the if it really does have 4x on gas, I will be applying as soon as I see the link. That'll help me out pretty often. I spend about $500 a month on gas at the moment.
Yeah,
So
and you'll be
um,
spending more if if you can get going with your traveling the road or being on the
yeah,
road.
yeah, on the weekend. So yeah, if I didn't mention earlier on that, I kind of instead of going home for the weekend or staying that, I might get a little adventurous and go somewhere I wouldn't go to or another hotel. So
Okay.
in another national park or just a town I haven't been to or anything like
Okay,
that.
so we have Jessica. Jessica has a question for you. Guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We got about 65 people in the room, and we got about 35 likes. So if you have not hit the like button, please do so. We can bring even more people in to join in the conversation here. Jessica wants to know. I know you're not huge on Chase, but do you have any Chase hotel cards? Well, just
No,
it's the
no,
world.
I don't, Jessica.
Okay.
Um, I'm all aware. I kind of think 524 is a scam, and a lot of ways I don't understand why people follow that to a certain extent. I can see if you're brand new, they have a lot of easy portals. and all that, but it just not for me. And I did try getting the IHD card earlier this year just for the heck of it, but I was
Mhm.
declined because I was about at like 8 or 9, 24. So,
8
but
or 9.
but I
Okay.
was able to get the CSR when I was 624, wherever that is. But
Okay.
um,
How did you
so
go about that? Did you go in
I
branch
applied.
or?
Yeah, I applied in branch. I was signing up. I hadn't been with Chase Bank at all, and I saw a promotion where if you put X amount of dollars in for 3 months, I was going to do that. So I got there, and they said, like, you ever thought about signing up for the Chase Sapphire? And I kind of thought I'd get declined, but I said, while I'm here, I might as well, and I got approved. So
Okay, so wait. So they asked you when you went in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If I need any credit cards or
So
anything else,
that's good. And so you went in and you were going for that bank bonus. Is that what you're doing, the sign up bonus for the banks?
yeah.
Yeah, and they send those out all the time. So just listen to David there. That's one of those deals. You can go in branch. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but you go in branch and maybe try to get one of those banking accounts, the sign up bonus where you get $300 or $500 by putting money in the account, and they might offer you something, even though if you're over 524. And they're offering him the top card, right? So there's still hope for people who are over 524. Okay, let's see. Have any other questions? Let's see. A former Amex employee replied, "If you had an Amex card and had problems, they keep a file of you. It will be denied for future." Okay. So she's just making a comment there. Thank you for that. Roses for me. Okay, let's see. Any other
I
questions?
see one question from
Okay.
D Fish from a while ago. Thoughts on the
Oh.
new iPhone? He says
Oh,
consider
okay.
upgrading. So I've been enjoying it. So with my job too, I'm on the phone. A lot of the time, I have like 9 or 10 hours a day of screen time, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
And so I've noticed I got it on Friday morning. I've noticed a huge improvement. So anybody that struggles with battery life is interested in a better camera as well. So it'll never be a DSLR with the sensor size and everything, but I've been really enjoying it so far.
Yeah. It just looks funny to me. That's all.
What's funny about it? Just the
No, just
the
the
three lenses.
cameras. Yeah, it looks like
Uh,
what is it, the Gillette razor or whatever that, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The
yeah,
razor with the three little things. I use regular razor, so I don't use that one, but yeah, it just looks like that, or like a burner on a stove or something. But you know what? Apple, they are in at the forefront, so we're going to start seeing other cameras that are going to be similar coming out on phones. So I'm sure this is not going to be an anomaly. You're going to see. I don't know. I don't know about the Pixel 4 because the Pixel 4 is coming out. I'm big on Google and Android. I'm not a.
um,
I'm not. I've never had an iPhone. Well, I've had
you're
an iPhone
missing
for
out.
work, but but I've never purchased an iPhone. I've always had Android. I got my little Pixel. Just got this one for travel, so the Google Fi and all that's set up. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they do. They have real good cameras on their phones as well. But yeah, you can't beat three different camera angle or three different camera, um, like a zoom and then the wide and then the, I guess, medium. That is pretty nice. I have to agree. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? Oh, one more thing I didn't mention. So David, I don't know if you know, but you got 100 points for comments. Dolly got 100 points for comments. Braveheart got 100 points for comments, and Jessica. So those were the four people that commented last week. They commented the most last week. So from Saturday to Saturday, all you need to do is post comments and post comments on this video, post comments on videos that I've done in the past, and then at the end of the week, so next Saturday, I'll go ahead and find out how many people commented, and then I'll give 100 points. The reason that I did it for 4 people instead of 3, usually I do it for 3, is that Braveheart and Dolly were tied. So, all right. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? This was
I
a
see a
really good
couple.
interview. Okay, what do you got?
Couple from Brian. He said, "Am I going to diversify the hotels now that I'll be all the time?" I'm debating that. I don't think so. I know you've had a rough time with your ambassador status, um, but I'll see how it works for me. I may switch to Hyatt, see if I can get the 60 nights there. I forget what
Mm.
they're what is it, globalist?
Yeah, globalist status there.
And
So,
then
how to get to ambassador? How many nights do you have to stay?
you have to be at 100 nights, and you have to be at 20,000 spent.
20,000 spent. Wow. So Merit has diamond. So ambassador is above diamond, right? I would
They
imagine.
have a silver, gold, platinum, titanium, and then an
Oh,
ambassador.
and then ambassador. Okay. All right. Wow. That's good, man. So I would imagine you're going to be able to keep that if you plan to just travel and stay at Marriott. Any status matches? Have you thought about doing that?
No, I haven't. I haven't thought about that. I've been seeing Justin post in the group
Yeah.
very often about all the stuff he's been doing with that. So I would try to match with Hyatt. I've heard they don't have good luck with that, so that'd be my one of my only concerns. But the from the Caesars and the MGM and all that doesn't really interest me. That's not my thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know what this, but I'm pretty comfortable with my setup with that and Delta and National Car Rental. So I don't, and
Okay.
I have an Expire card as well. So I'll be.
Okay. So Poophead has a good question here. He's asking about when traveling abroad, do you have any issues um, with your Amex cards? How was your last trip when you went to Spain? I know there was
Good.
a couple of times
Yeah, there was a
because
couple
you
times, and
posted.
I kind of posted about it, joking. So
Hmm.
it definitely wasn't like it is in America. I know there's still somewhat of a problem. The main problem I've had is with little small restaurants
Yeah.
not accepting it. But in Spain, it was about 50-50 when I went about a week or two ago. When I went to Japan last year, it was even worse. But most of the places I went to Japan, I don't know about, I know Brian just went there recently, but it seemed there was a bunch of little places, coffee shops and such that didn't take any kind of card at all
Uh-huh.
there. But it's been that. But in America, I don't really have a problem. I know they've added like 1.8 million merchants this year alone, so they're taking the
Yeah.
hitting the gap down.
Yeah, and I very rarely ever see like we don't accept American Express. Even when I travel, I don't see it that often. So, and I guess it depends on where you're traveling to, but usually they're either going to accept it and accept other credit cards, or they're just not accepting credit cards at all, and you have to use your cash. So, I haven't seen it to be a problem, but a lot of people with Chase that are Chase fanboys. That's one of the things they put out there. Oh, you can't use it everywhere, but I haven't really had that experience. Not that I use the card, but I'm just saying like I haven't gone and I haven't been able to send a post to David saying, "Hey, look, I'm in Colombia and they don't accept American Express." Because if I saw it, I'd send it to him. Maybe on this trip.
I'm looking forward to it. But
Yeah. You're waiting, right? You keep waiting. All right, let's see. I thought we had another question here. Okay, roses for me. Which Amex card should you get when you open a new business? Thanks, guys. So, any recommendations on if you're opening a new business, what card, Amex card to get?
I'd probably just go one of the no annual fee ones if you're going the business route. Probably the Blue Business Plus I mentioned earlier. 2x on everything. You don't have to sign up for any credits or anything like that. Zero annual fee. Then from there, probably go to the gold card. And then if you have a cash flow problem, I do think that Plum card is pretty underrated.
Mm-hmm.
When you get the extended period to pay, I could see a lot of businesses, especially at the start, taking huge advantage of that. And
Yeah.
then the Lowe's card too, if you're getting starting a new any kind of business, that's a very underrated card. You get the MR points with that, and you get five, or I believe it's MR. They get some kind of point earning or Lowe's points, and then you get 5% off everything at Lowe's. So if you're any kind of contractor, construction, or lawn care or anything like that, if you're starting that up, that's a pretty good option as well.
Okay.
But But you can't go wrong with the ink cards though. As much as I dislike Chase,
Yes,
I'll have to
yes.
tip my cap to that. I could see how that could be pretty beneficial.
Yeah.
I personally haven't applied for them because I am over 524, but if I someday get below 524 for some reason, I may give it a thought. But
Yeah.
they are pretty
They're
nice,
pretty good
especially if you
cards.
have all three of them.
Okay, Braveheart's got a question. When do you think the Platinum card will promote 100,000 point offers again? I want to apply. So they have it for the business, but that's out of reach
Yeah,
for most people. Probably the minimum spend to get
yeah,
to
you
that
got
100.
yeah. That is spend on the business is pretty
But
huge.
do
But
you
on
think
the
the regular Platinum will be anytime?
Yeah, I think eventually one of those, if Capital One's premium card is going to be good, or Chase makes another one, or City gets their
Yeah,
act together, they may be competing again. But I think in a lot of ways they're in a pretty good position where these companies don't really have to do that. And Chase has been steady at the 50,000 for the CSR, and
yeah,
same with City. But a lot of you won't agree with me, but especially today, I watched I see Waller and he um, with his video about the thank you points.
hmm,
You can turn those in from the double cash card with that, and the Premier and the Prestige. That's pretty. I would even say that's above Amex in a lot of ways from a pointing earning perspective.
yeah,
Um, but a lot of people are all into insurances and chip delay and rental car and all that. But
yeah. I'm I'm okay with City now. I mean, I've always been okay with them. I don't have their card. Well, I used to have one card. I don't have it anymore. But um, that whole insurance thing, I think it's good, but they don't really offer you that much when it comes to travel insurance. So I'm doing third party from now on. So that's not really a concern of mine anymore. Oh well, you're not going to get this. You're not going to get that. I'm going to spend the extra $30 and get travel insurance from a third party, so I can still like that card is still appealing to me. The Prestige card, because
yeah,
like you were saying, the earn possibility on that card is really good. So I'm
yeah,
not worried about it. I'm not worried about the travel insurance aspects of it, and maybe that's what they were banking on. A lot of people wouldn't be. Um, I say this, people would realize, yeah, there are other options. You do have other options. You don't have to, because realistically, the travel insurance that you get with credit cards are not that great. So either you want good travel insurance, or you want something that's just okay. For me, I want something that's good, so I'll pay that little extra.
yeah. So yeah, that's I'd feel the same way. I feel like I travel more than most of the people that have those cards, and I've never once had to use any of those
Yeah,
trip delay or purchase protection, anything like that. I know people do get unlucky, and I'm sure I'm luckier than most in that regard. But it kind of seems like almost gimmicks in a way that I don't know why people get so excited over those insurances when for just a small fee, like you're talking about on the third party, and you can get some incredible coverage.
yeah, yeah. And realistically, at this point, it's important. I mean, it's something you should consider anyway, because you want to have some type of medical emergency stuff. So
Yeah,
that's my main thing. Like, I could care less about the whole trip delay and all that other stuff. It's great, but the medical insurance is what I need. So I mean, I don't want to be not. I shouldn't say medical insurance. Medical emergency stuff, funds. That's what I really want. So we got Wohlers Wallet in the building. What's going on, Dustin? So those of you who don't know, Wohlers Wallet, he has a channel, so you can check his channel out. Just click on the three little dots, go over to his channel, subscribe. He's got some really good content. He was on the show just last week. So yeah, he's got some good stuff out there. So you want to check him out. Reckless Rican, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. All right, Solid Liquid Fox, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, let's see if we have any. Oh, we got a super chat in the building. Thank you very much, Lyndon, for the super chat. Let's see, got a question here. Now, I can't do the voice. I can't do the voice anymore. Well, at least for right now. I got to figure out how to work this thing. But when I have the Skype calls for whatever reason, I can't we can't communicate. I can't talk with him, so I can't do it during interviews. I need to figure that out because I wanted to be able to do that, but yeah, we can't do it. But Lyndon, I'll do it next time, just for you. But let's see what your question was. We just finished our live stream. Came here to show some love. Thank you, love and support. Thanks, man. And for those of you guys that don't know how to get an 800 credit score, he has a channel. He does live streams on. I guess he had a live stream today, but he usually does them on Wednesday at 8:15 Central Time. So you want to check his channel out, especially if you're interested in improving your credit. He's got some really good information over there. So him and Janelle, his wife, they do a show every Wednesday, and then he puts out videos too. So check him out. All right. Let's see. We have other questions.
I see one from Jessica. She wanted my opinion about the Centurion Lounges. I've been to the Seattle one mainly about probably 15 times this year,
Uh-huh.
and it's excellent. It's on the smaller end for sure. It is the smallest one, so in that regard, it's not as good, but they're fantastic, well maintained, better materials. Nothing's really cheap in there. I'd say they have better food than most. I know one time I had a connection in Dallas, and when I went there for dinner, they had full course meals there. I had a really nice
Wow.
grilled chicken breast and some other full chicken breasts and a whole bunch of sides and um, full open bar and everything like that. It's been a great experience. I don't use my priority pass as much, if any. I pretty much just go to the Delta Sky Club. I have pretty good luck there, but Centurion Lounge, there, the hype is there, and they deliver.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you're 22, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever get like people looking at you weird when you hand them a platinum card, or does that ever happen? Because like I said, credit cards. I wasn't even thinking about credit cards when I was 22. Like I was, just trying to get through college. So, is there like actually when I was 22? Yeah, I in college. Let me just start that. I did junior college for a couple of years, and I wasn't in college for a couple of years, and then I went back to school. So I don't think I was in college at that time when I was 22. I was doing other things. But do you ever get the strange looks?
No, from a strange look standpoint or a compliment or anything, it's only happened. I believe it's only happened twice to me in any regard. The first time, I was in Detroit. I met my father there. We were out for dinner. I just got in from my flight. He had to go to some event. It was just we were meeting up. He was on business. I was on business, and he was in a full suit, and I was just in a t-shirt and sweatpants, and I was paying the bill with my gold card, and the lady like noticed because she was like, "Why is the young kid playing with the gold card?" And she'd never seen a rose gold card. I was
Yeah.
very confused by that. And then the second time was just at a Centurion Lounge. Actually, the lady there was surprised that I was that age and had one. But from just any kind of Starbucks or restaurant or anything, nobody's ever said a word to me or said
Wow.
this is a heavy card or anything like that. Just those two.
Wow, that's
Um,
crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about you guys in the chat, but yeah, I let us know in the chat when how old you were when you got your first credit card, especially at platinum. I still don't have a platinum. I'm 47 years old, so it's just yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. OC guy has a question. He's asking about third party travel insurance companies. The best thing for you to do, OC guy, is to go to travelinsurance.com. I'm not being sponsored by them or anything like that. That's just what I use. I go on that website, and it's pretty much a search engine. So you just type in when you're traveling, and they will pull up a bunch of different insurance companies. That way, you can get the best price. Then you'll get to see all the different things that they offer. It's pretty interesting. It's just because you pay. Let's say I'm just throw a number out there, $35. Just because you pay $35 doesn't mean you're going to get the same coverage from all these different travel insurance companies. Or they're insurance companies, but they're travel in. So that's my advice. Jump on there. You can get some real good information. And usually it's 35 bucks for it. Depends on how long you're going. It depends on how much your ticket is too. One more thing I want to say real quick. When it comes down to If I'm flying using points, I'm only going to put the money that I'm actually spending, the cash that I'm actually spending. So I'm not putting everything else because they're looking at how much money you're spending to determine how much you're going to pay as far as your insurance. So let's say your trip is $4,000, then that's going to factor in on how much your travel insurance will be. Okay, let's see. Flashpoint saying Amex King is doing awesome. All right.
Flash
Okay.
is the man. Make sure everybody give Flashpoint a quick sub.
Yeah, yeah. Go down to his channel. Check it out. He's got some good. He was on live this earlier today too. I saw him on
Yeah,
there. I had my Spanish lessons earlier, Jason. I think I chimed in for a second, but I couldn't
yeah,
watch the
you
whole thing.
left a comment. I see a comment or a question from Poophead. Says,
Okay.
does Amex King have a YouTube channel? Um, currently, yes, I do. Just started, or I guess officially started it today. So if you want to give me a sub,
Oh, you
be
started
appreciative.
today. Okay, what
I
is
mean,
it?
it's gonna be the same channel that I'm commenting on here, just the
Okay.
Amex King. But and then I'm gonna drop a video this
What
first
is
week
the you
or week.
said it's Amex King?
Yeah, it's just with the same name I comment now, the David Amex King Moss. I will be changing it, so I should have had the ball head with that.
Wait, I'm
Um,
trying to search it real quick. I want to put the link up.
and then Jessica, she has a question as well about the current IHG offer. If you're in 524, I think that's an excellent offer. I know if I could apply for that card, I probably would with that bonus with the 40x on the IHG. They're definitely not the best properties in the world on the lower end, the Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express. Not my favorite, but that's a that's a huge point earning machine if you're staying at a lot of hotels. I know you guys go on a lot of staycations pretty close. I'm jealous you live in beautiful Colorado. Don't get to get off there enough. And then
Hmm.
Wohlers Wallet, saw him. I'd like to kind of give him a shout out with his Samsung Pay. I've been using that starting the last week or two. I use my iPhone predominantly, but a work phone I have is a Note 9 and been using the Samsung Pay. So you can, even at places that don't take contactless or Apple Pay or anything like that, you can use your Samsung and it puts out the same signal um, as swiping your card does. So it's called MST, and you can use it pretty much everywhere. About 95% of the time, you can use it. And I've seen even people be able to use it at gas stations if you put like a ID card or a business card in and swipe it at the same time. You have it right up there. It's a pretty cool feature, and
Hmm.
a lot of people are starting to go without their wallet all the time. So
Okay. And Jeremy said he got his platinum card when he was your age. Mystic said he got started when he was 18, or wish he started when he was 18. He was 22. Yeah, that's crazy. 21. So you guys are young. I don't know. It took me a while. It took me a while to get around to getting credit cards. Let's see. So wait, David. So is your channel up right now? Because I want to send people over there to subscribe.
yeah, I'll make a comment right now, and then I guess if you just clicked on my name,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would take.
Let's see. I want to post a link. So once you put the comment in there, and
It
I'll
should be there.
click over there,
Let's
and
see.
then how you do it.
Solid Liquid Fox is asking, do I think the rose gold will show up again during the holidays? I don't think it will. I think it's done forever. But I did say that the first time when they brought it back
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
referrals, but they got too much heat for that, I believe. So I don't think
Yeah. How
they'll
did you
make
feel
that.
about that? How did you
Know
feel
about
about
the.
that when they
Uh,
relaunched it with the
I
rose
mean,
gold?
it's just a color of a card, so it wasn't the end of the world. But I mean, I kind of thought I was special in some regards having it, but it's not the end of the world, and
Yeah,
not that many people use referrals when they're applying for cards. So,
yeah,
but
yeah. There was some people were really upset, really upset. You said it
there's
was
a
only
bu-
one time.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
starting to believe more and more about what Flashpoint's saying about there's kind of a lot of uptight people in regards to credit cards in some ways,
Yeah.
where
Relax, have a drink, right?
yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, I just I kind of treat this as fun, extra money. All of us, when we're making these decisions, if we're doing it responsibly, we're not buying anything else we normally wouldn't have, and getting a lot of benefit for it. And I don't know about you guys, but I find a lot of joy out of getting paid a considerable amount of points and basically money for other people's mistakes. We're playing this
Yeah.
quote unquote dangerous game and coming out ahead, and um,
Yeah.
gives me a lot of
And that's
brings me a lot of joy.
that's the big key. Like I just posted a okay. This is a link to David's channel. So guys, go over there and go ahead and sub to his channel. And he's gonna have some content coming out really soon. Jeremy said he just subbed. That's cool. Mystics just subbed. Cool, man. Cool, guys. So yeah, go over there and sub to his channel. Um, and let's see. Any other questions? We're gonna be wrapping it up now. David, man, I really appreciate you coming on.
No
Like I
problem.
said,
Thank you.
I wanted to get you on a long, long time ago, but this is good that you're on. And you see, there's 65 people in the room. Everybody's here to see you, so that's a good thing, man. Pink Lady
Yes.
Barber, what's going on? She was over at Flashpoints channel, so thank you for stopping by, Pink Lady.
She every time I've ever been on how to build an 800 credit score, she's always in there too,
Oh,
giving them
okay.
a lot of a lot of support. But yeah, I'm sorry I've been dodging you
No, 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 you haven't been
last
dodging
two or
me.
three times that said I'd come on, and then later that day something comes up. But I'm
Yeah,
glad I
no,
could
I
come on
totally got
today.
it, man. You're on the road a lot, and like I said, I appreciate the fact that you're able to come on today. Uh, and like David and I were talking earlier, and it means a lot for and David's gonna soon find out. He's now what? How many subscribers do you have now? Like 50? Guess you,
I don't know. I was at 15
yeah,
earlier today,
15. So
but I don't know.
you've
But
doubled
we'll
that
come up there.
already. You've doubled that already. But yeah,
Wow.
it means a lot. Just so you guys know, yeah, so you're at 32 now. It looks like just having support, and David has been there day one. And when I say that, I mean it. He's been there day one. When I started doing live streams, he was coming on and showing his support and always commenting and I mean really that means so much when it comes to us putting ourselves out there. When I say that, I mean like I'm coming on, and especially when it's a live stream, everything is happening. Everything happens fast. You're gonna have mistakes and stuff like that, and it's always good to see a friendly face. It's kind of like when you have a speech, and some people are terrified of doing speeches, and you have some comfort there because you have some people that you know in the audience, and you can look at those people, and it kind of gives you, kind of settles you down. So it's the same thing, when you have people that are there that are supporting you. It really means a lot, and there's a lot of people in this room right now that do that, and it means a lot. That's the reason why I like coming on, and I feel like we are a family, like we're a community. That's why I want to bring you guys on and talk to you guys, because that's the way that I see it. Although we're talking to other people out there, I just see us like as a family, of like-minded people that all want to use points to travel the world and do all that kind of stuff. Buy iPhones and everything. You didn't use your points to buy iPhone, right? Use your
What
Apple
was
card though, right?
No, I didn't use it actually. Just used my platinum.
Oh,
I
okay.
I don't want the cash back, but I should have. But
Yeah.
just just paid it, put it on the platinum. So,
All right,
but
cool. You have anything else you want to share? Do you have Instagram or anything else you wanna plug?
uh, nothing really for that.
Okay.
Not the biggest social media guy. YouTube is just number one
Yeah,
outlet.
yeah.
But um, yeah, but yeah, again, what you're saying with the whole sense community, it's pretty cool to talk to all you like-minded people. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know about what your guys' experience in your own personal lives outside of this, but a lot of people think you're a freak in some ways for using all these cards and using the
Mm-hmm.
same card for a restaurant or hotel, or just having more than one. And in my young age, I meet people that think that credit cards are only for emergencies and such like that. So it's nice to know, I guess you're not the only one, and all the tips and tricks you learn and
Mm-hmm.
everything with that.
And Dolly had a question about the best redemption for your MR points. The best redemption you use. You haven't redeemed anything yet, right? As far
No,
as travel.
I've never used one MR point. I've used Chase and Citi. Citi mainly.
Okay.
Just on that, I think the best was probably just the domestic, like 10,000, something like that on Chase on the
Okay.
portal round trip, but
Yeah. He's got a
nothing.
lot of points though. He's a millionaire when it comes to points. So when you start using them, you're gonna have a blast. Let's see. That's a lot of annual fees. Okay, so Solid Liquid Fox has a question here, or he has a comment. He's saying that's a lot of annual fees, but if you can swing them and use them, go for it. They are keeper cards for a reason. So, as far as annual fees, how are you working that out? Are some of business cards are you just writing off, or what are you doing with
Yeah,
them?
so I haven't got to the writing off of them yet. I probably will for this upcoming tax season, but I'm at 18 cards myself, so I'm at about 3,800 annual fees.
Mm-hmm.
But like the video you made, that probably my favorite video of yours is the one about the is annual fee an investment or a fee itself,
Mm-hmm.
to where I kind of think they're just an investment, totally investment. So it's basically a guaranteed return on
Yeah.
return on spend. So I'm paying the 3,700, and my calculations, I know I have a little bit higher spend with my travel expenses than most, but and sign up bonuses and stuff, I'll probably be like net positive, probably about 15,000
Mm-hmm.
US the
Yeah.
last 12 months. So it's a pretty pretty crazy way to.
Yeah, it makes sense, but people don't see the big picture, and that's fine because that's more points for us, right? I mean,
Yeah,
people will look just at, oh, it's $450 annual fee or it's a $550 annual fee, but they're not looking at what can I get from this, what can I get out of this card. And so,
yeah. Some of the people you mentioned to that, if they ask and they just think you're crazy, and then
mm,
you tell them about $300 travel credit and two fortnights free and Uber credit and all that, and then they don't really necessarily understand. But we're thinking, why isn't everybody else doing this? But
mhm. Yeah, it's my biggest joy, or one of my biggest joys, is when I have friends with me and we go and travel and do stuff, because then they actually see it. They see like the benefits of it. But when you're telling them, they don't. They whatever. They could care less. But when they actually see you flying business class or see you getting upgraded in a nice hotel, then it starts to click, and they're like, oh, okay, well, wow, I could do this too. But okay.
yeah,
All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and call it tonight. I really appreciate everybody stopping by to hear David talk. And please, on the way out, if you can hit the like button so we can get up to at least 50 likes. We're about 45 right now. David, man, you had a lot of good information. I definitely want to have you on again. And definitely when you get your channel going, come on as much as you want. And we'll get that going. We'll get you up to that 1,000 subscribers and 40,000, or what is it, 4,000 watch
4,000
time,
watch hour. Yeah,
hours, all that stuff. Yeah, we'll get you up there,
I
or at
appreciate
least
it.
I'll help you try to get up there. But yeah, man, like I said, I really appreciate it, guys. We're gonna be on tomorrow. I gotta talk to Flashpoint, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I think that's the time we're going on, and we're gonna be on Flashpoint Capital's channel. So go ahead right over there right now. Subscribe to his channel if you have not done so. And then we'll be coming on tomorrow, and we'll be talking travel credit cards again. All right, guys. So thank you guys for stopping by. And let me find my end button. Okay, there's the end button. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one.